For thousands of years, humanity has feared one thing above all else: death. Entire kingdoms searched for ways to escape it. Alchemists chased immortality. Emperors drank mysterious potions. Warriors prayed their names would never be forgotten. But according to ancient legends, one creature had already defeated death long before humanity even understood it. Not a dragon, not a god, not a monster from the deep. A bird, a creature of fire, said to burn alive, only to rise again from its own ashes. Ancient Egyptians worshipped it. Greek historians wrote about it. Roman emperors searched for it. And even today, mysterious sightings of glowing birds still appear across the world. Was the phoenix only a myth? Or did ancient civilizations witness something humanity can no longer explain? Tonight, we uncover the terrifying, beautiful, and mysterious story of the bird that refused to stay dead. The phoenix. Before dragons ruled fantasy, before giants shook mountains, there was a creature that conquered the one enemy every living thing fears: death. Not with strength, not with speed, not with claws or fangs, but by refusing to stay dead. They called it the phoenix, a bird of living fire, a creature so ancient that its story stretches across thousands of years, across kingdoms, across empires, and across entire civilizations that never even knew each other existed. Yet somehow, they all described the same impossible thing: a magnificent bird surrounded by flames, dying and then returning to life, again and again and again.
Where did the phoenix come from?
The earliest known stories trace back to ancient Egypt more than 3,000 years ago. There, a sacred bird known as the Bennu was worshipped as a symbol of creation, rebirth, and the rising sun. According to Egyptian beliefs, the Bennu appeared at the dawn of the world. Some legends claimed it landed on the first mound of earth that emerged from the primordial waters. Others believed it was connected to the sun god Rhea, carrying the cycle of life itself. Every sunrise, every season, every year was seen as proof that endings are never truly endings. And from this belief, the phoenix was born. The Greeks later encountered Egyptian stories and transformed the Bennu into what we now know as the phoenix. Writers such as Herodotus described a magnificent bird arriving from Arabia once every several centuries. When its life neared its end, it would build a nest of fragrant wood and spices. Then it would ignite, consumed by its own flames, reduced completely to ash. And from those ashes, a new phoenix would emerge, young, perfect, alive.
What made it so powerful?
Most mythical creatures fear battle. The phoenix fears nothing, because it cannot truly die. Imagine fighting a creature that becomes stronger every time it falls. Legends claim its tears possessed healing abilities. Its feathers glowed like molten gold. Its song could inspire hope in dying hearts. Some stories even suggest its flames could purify corruption and disease. In other words, the phoenix wasn't simply immortal. It represented nature's greatest power: renewal. No matter how complete the destruction, life finds a way back.
Habitat.
Ancient texts placed the phoenix in mysterious regions far from civilization. Some said it lived in the deserts of Arabia. Others placed it near Egypt. A few medieval writers believed it nested close to the edge of the known world, always distant, always unreachable, almost as if humanity was never meant to find it, only witness it, briefly, before it vanished again.
Was it ever seen?
This is where the story becomes fascinating. Ancient Roman writers recorded reports of unusual exotic birds being displayed before emperors and presented as possible phoenixes. In 34 AD, during the reign of Emperor Tiberius, a strange bird reportedly appeared in Egypt. Many believed it was the legendary phoenix. Others called it a fraud. And that debate never ended, because every few centuries, another sighting appears: a glowing bird, a giant fiery shape in the sky, an unexplained flash of feathers and light. None confirmed, all unforgettable.
Does it have any real-world relatives?
Surprisingly, yes. Researchers believe several magnificent birds may have inspired the legend. The peacock, with its brilliant colors, the golden pheasant, glowing like living fire, the flamingo associated with red and orange plumage, and especially the Egyptian heron, which resembles artistic depictions of the Bennu bird. Even today, when sunlight hits certain feathers at the right angle, they appear to burn without fire. Perhaps ancient people saw such birds, and their imaginations completed the rest. Few mythical creatures have influenced human culture more deeply. The phoenix appears in ancient Egyptian religious texts, Greek mythology, Roman historical writings, medieval manuscripts, Renaissance art, modern fantasy literature, and of course, Hollywood. The phoenix appears in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Fox the Phoenix, X-Men, Dark Phoenix, The Chronicles of Narnia, numerous anime, video games, and fantasy films. Yet, despite all these adaptations, the original legend remains more powerful, because unlike most monsters, the phoenix was never meant to terrify people. It was meant to remind them that even after catastrophe, something can rise again.
Could fossils have inspired it?
Unlike dragons or griffins, there is no known fossil directly linked to the phoenix. But giant prehistoric birds once existed. Creatures such as the enormous Argentavis, which lived millions of years ago in South America, possessed wingspans larger than some airplanes. Imagine ancient people discovering gigantic bird bones in the desert. Without modern science, what would they believe? A giant bird? A messenger of the gods? A creature reborn through fire? Perhaps myths begin where fossils end. And maybe that's why the phoenix never disappeared. Not because it hides somewhere beyond the horizon, but because every civilization eventually needs its story. Empires collapse, cities burn, lives change, dreams die. Yet somehow, something survives, something rises, something begins again, just like the phoenix. And perhaps that's the strongest power any mythical creature has ever possessed. Not immortality, hope. Maybe the phoenix never existed as a real creature of flesh and blood. Maybe no fiery bird ever soared across ancient skies. But legends do not survive for thousands of years without a reason. Because deep down, humanity has always feared one thing more than monsters. Ending. The end of kingdoms. The end of hope. The end of dreams. Yet the phoenix reminds us of something powerful. That even after destruction, even after failure, even after everything burns to ash, something new can still rise. And perhaps that is why the phoenix became immortal. Not because it could never die, but because its story refuses to. If you enjoyed this journey into myths, legends, and forgotten mysteries, subscribe to Legends and Lore for more cinematic documentaries on the world's most terrifying and mysterious creatures. Because some legends were never meant to stay buried.